Hello folks, and welcome to another Warlords of Draenor beta video. If you wish to support me, please do go ahead and share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to the channel for future episodes in this series. So today we're trying out a newly released dungeon. It's only just hit the beta servers this morning. It's the revamped version of Upper Black Rock Spire, which of course was a vanilla dungeon, but is now a Warlords dungeon. So it'd be interesting to see what's changed here, what hasn't changed, etc, etc. Blackrock Spire of course is quite a big dungeon. It used to be a bit of a raid dungeon. You could have I think 15 or 20 players, but now it is a 5-man dungeon only. You can, I believe, access lower Blackrock Spire, so no doubt a few groups will be going the wrong way. But you don't want to be doing that because there's been no changes to that dungeon in any way, shape or form. So we're fully buffed up here. Well, we are now. No, we're not. We've still got a couple of things we could have on, but that'll do for now. And one thing you might notice is that... Hang on, just let me turn my sound down here. Blasting my ears out. Come out of that big red thing, which is not good. One thing you might notice is that I am doing a little bit more damage than you might have seen in previous videos. Not a lot more, but a little more. The reason for that is that this dungeon is actually upscaled because, sorry, my character has been upscaled because it's a level 100 dungeon. And that's not a best start. Remember that I am actually commentating as well as playing at the same time here, and I think we pulled perhaps a bit too much stuff all at once. Dungeons are a little bit harder than mop dungeons as far as I'm aware, and all dungeons now have a heroic version and a normal version. So in mop, the maximum level dungeons would only have a heroic version, whereas now they have both. So looks like we're heading for our first wipe here. Yep, we did manage to pull 2 groups. Not the best. Was it 3 groups? No, 2 groups. So not the best start. Not sure if I'm getting a res here. If I should release spirit. Yeah, there we go. I'm not sure whether I'm going to show you the entire trash or skip bits out for the sake of time. But for now I think we'll carry on the way we are going. And let's have a look at the map, see how it looks. It's still quite a complex map there. 3 areas in total. I need to get Word of Glory on a hotkey rather, but it'll do for now. So the flags there are buffing up the mobs, which is, I presume, why we should be targeting them first. Hopefully if we play this a little bit more cautiously now that we know what to expect. And elite mobs only giving 320 XP. That's somewhat a weird sight, to be honest with you. So far, I'm not seeing radical changes to the way things are on live in this dungeon. Obviously the mobs are harder, but we're having to clear these rooms out. I think on live you have to douse these things on the floor, don't you? You've also got to remember that for the healer, there is no add-ons for them to use, so they're having to use the basic UI in order to heal. I'll get them destroyed, and you. So this video isn't really so much to show you how the paladin plays in Warlords. It's really just to show you the actual dungeon itself. And I am actually missing Healbot myself. Ah, looks like we can actually take control of the cannons or something. Something to bear in mind anyway. Right, what we're waiting for. Ah. Healer getting mana, fair enough. Yeah, the cannons seem to be bugged because they go yellow again as soon as you click them. Either that or you're not supposed to do whatever it is we're trying to do with them. That's also a possibility. Is there a flag somewhere? Not that I can see unless I was too slow in killing it. Right guys, what I'll probably do now is skip ahead to the first boss so we can get through some of these trash packs without boring you all. Right, so we've just cleared out the trash after another unfortunate wipe thanks to the hunter's pet. I've got to say, this dungeon is not easier for the normal version of a dungeon. I'm not sure whether the scaling's not working correctly or what, but this is tough. Whether we're going to get to the end or not, I'm not sure. So none of us have got any idea what to expect with this boss. Other than there's trashing coming and we're already activating stuff, apparently. So I'm not sure whether that's a good idea or not. Maybe, maybe not, who knows. Keeping an eye on that hunter's pet because it's a bit aggro friendly at the minute. Okay, I guess we've got to deactivate all these things. Nope, I've not read the dungeon journal. I like a nice surprise. Hence, probably will like a wipe. What's that thing there? It's like some kind of new light well. I don't know. Well, we're going in, and this boss has a respectable 3 million hit points, which is actually quite a lot, I would say. But he's going down. Let's just hope the healer can keep up with the damage. Blades of Steel. Okay. Well, Blade of Steel doesn't do a whole lot. I'm just trying to keep an eye on abilities that might do nasty stuff. We do have to interrupt the conduit that he pulls out at random, but it looks like there's somebody downstairs ready to do that. Shrapnel Nova, is that going to kill us? Nope. Actually, it might be interruptible, that Nova thing. I'll try it next time it pops up. Is this one? Ooh. Feeling the burn there. Has he got another conduit on, or is that just my imagination? Or are we just going to wipe? Oh no, there it is. It's down there. So we're going to press it. Is somebody going to press it? Oh, right, I see. We can't actually get to it through those bubbles. Okay, this isn't a healthy situation to find ourselves in. Oh, you can get to it. I don't know what people were waiting for then. What I do know is that our hunter is dead, but the boss is almost dead as well, so let's see if we can do this. 800k health. Funny thing is, if this was Mr. Pandaria, that'd be like 2 hits, but it's not, so it won't. Nobody on the ground seems to want to be pressing those. Ah, what I really need is lay on hands, that's it. And throw a little bit of a blue peel out there. Now down to 374k health. I've got a feeling we're not going to be getting to the very end of this instance today. Right, but I think we are going to get this boss done. No, that is not uninterruptible. Huh, no loot. Unless he drops a cache or something, or it's just not been implemented yet, I guess, has he? Very good. I felt like I was the only one pressing those things down here, though, to remove his defences. I wonder if the whelps are still in here. It doesn't look like they are, does it? So there's not going to be any Leroy Jenkins achievements being achieved anytime soon. Oh, we got a new model. Enemy. Looks pretty mean. Looks pretty darn mean, it's got to say. I want to know why they've taken away Inquisition. Somewhat annoying. I suppose if all your abilities are 20% more damaging though, then you don't need it, do you? Or 30% or whatever it was. Yeah, this is more like a heroic dungeon, so it's true we haven't used crowd control, there's no doubt about that. Maybe we could have done so, but on this group, for instance, or on that last boss, it did feel more heroic than normal, it's got to be said, so perhaps the scaling is a little bit off, just a little. Interesting, which way do we go here? Oh, there's a boss down the bottom. Kairak. Kairak with his 2 million health, the Corruptor. Okay, so here we are at the latest boss. And it has 2 ads, so maybe we should try killing the ads first. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Unless there's some mechanic that won't let us do so. But they do have this eruption ability, which is a standard get out of the line of fire type thing. And incidentally, I've noticed that the people in our party don't like moving from fire. Apparently they are testing the damage. But other than that, these ads don't seem to be too challenging. I don't know why, I've got a feeling that the boss might buff up or something once they've been killed. I guess we'll find out in a moment or so, it'll be interesting to see. Just going to save my cooldown for when we are on the boss. See what he says once this ad goes down. If he says something in chat, then chances are that means that, yeah, he's got a buff that we need to be cautious of. Hey, I've got aggro. Isn't that wonderful? Doesn't matter now, he's almost dead. Right, down he goes. Nope, doesn't seem to be any buff. So let's just lay in the ponage. Unless this guy does anything, I'd say it's a little bit easier than the previous boss, in all honesty. Interrupt that. Don't know what deliberating fixation is, but it don't sound nice. Want to get rid of it. Rejuvenating serum. Healing every 3 seconds. Lovely. Uh-oh, can we lay on hands? That fella? Yes, we can. So I thought he was going to die then, but get it cast, get it cast. Right, this is getting challenging now. We've got a stupid ad on us. With not a whole lot of health, but an ad nonetheless. Let's see if we can just heal up a little bit. Well, the boss is back to full health. Yeah, okay, forget what I was saying about it's being easy in the last. This is actually going to be tough. Let's just stand here and wipe, shall we? And prepare for attempt 2. Right, we're going for that again. We've come to the conclusion that that ad was not part of the fight, the ogre that came, but was actually the little fella standing up there, you can just about see. And that the hunter pulled in for us. Very nice, the hunter, but not what we really needed. But just to help ensure that doesn't happen again, we are going to pull these back. Hopefully have a little bit more success this time. And I think the trick is to get these ads down quickly so that we can just really focus on that boss. The dungeon journal doesn't say much other than make sure you stay spread to avoid the nasty green poison, which is pretty self-explanatory. And make sure the tank faces the ads away from the raid. Although aggro does seem to be a bit of an issue, I'm not going to blame the tank for that because, well, I'm not that type of person to lay blame. I reckon there might be some threat bug involved or something, but I've noticed a lot of mobs are easily aggroable. I mean, it's certainly possible that the tank hasn't got his threat buff on, Righteous Fury, whatever it is that a warrior uses, defensive stance. But no, I think there's something more going on. It's just beta, isn't it? Beta is bugged. Right, that's the second ad down. Got a bit of heroism going, that's what I like to see. Let's make the most of it. Because this guy likes to heal. Hey, here he comes with his healing every 3 seconds. Let's get our buffs back on. How long has he got this on for? Can it be dispelled? Stuck. Not a good sign. Yeah, we really need that thing dispelled or he's just not going to die fast enough. Right, let's see if I've got anything that can help out. All I can do is poison and disease, not magic. Well, there's a chance they might actually kill him even though I've died, because the priest is actually dispelling now, which is good to see. As soon as the priest started dispelling, then everything started happening awesomely. Come on, 43k health. We can do this, or they can do this. No, 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 dispel, 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 dispel. Yes. Wow. Now that the priest could dispel, then we managed to get that one down to a T. With only 3 deaths. Right, this place isn't easy. So I think we do need everyone pulling their weight, which means hunters need to stop pulling mobs, and priests need to actually have dispel on their hotbar, which, to be fair, I rarely do when I'm playing priest on PTR or anything. And I'm sure I'm at fault somewhere along the line. Probably commentating while playing, so not fully concentrating is a bit of a biggie. Still a couple more bosses left. Wow. It's quite a large dungeon, this, isn't it? Quite a large dungeon. And here's the ogre that was so kindly pulled in the previous fight, so it's time to get some revenge on this thing. Yeah, this dungeon's definitely not going to be a 20-minute. I think you need to put a good hour aside before you come here. Seeing as how we scaled up to maximum level, I'd love to know how hard Heroic's going to be. Here we come with the iron shields. I'm pretty sure we're meant to be using crowd control in this place, but so far we haven't been. Another big ogre there. I'm surprised the hunter hasn't pulled it. Right, so we've made it down to the arena after another few wipes on the trash, and for this we've got to defeat 3 waves of mobs. So, somewhat familiar to the previous version of this boss. We had to defeat waves of mobs on that as well, and it'd be somewhat nice if the tank could just get them up for us so that we can AoE them all down. But the trash here is hard, and if Blizzard wants some feedback, my feedback is that there's far too much of it in this dungeon. I know we've had a few wipes, but we've been here for an hour already, and we're only on the 3rd boss out of I think 5. Plus I've got to get to work, which is somewhat annoying. I was expecting a 20-minute instance. So yeah, Blizzard really need to tone down the trash here, either in terms of difficulty, or maybe that's just the scaling, but definitely in terms of how much there is. So the first wave wasn't too challenging as we would expect. I'm not a big fan of these types of encounters because when you wipe on the final part, you always have to repeat the whole lot, which of course is somewhat frustrating and annoying. What are we attacking? Hatchling. So it looks like the same sort of stuff again. Ooh. I mean, I don't even know where damage is incoming from now. I've just got aggro on everything. The tank's dead, which... yeah, I don't think I'm going to finish this instance, to be honest, guys. I'm really sorry because I have got to go to work, and it is just a wipe fest at the minute. If we can't defeat Wave 2, then goodness knows how we're going to handle what's to come. Alright guys, I'm going to leave things here, and I'll come back to Upper Black Rock Spire once Blizzard have addressed some of these issues. And hopefully next time We won't have people who don't dispel and hunters who pull with their pets. That always helps as well. But even so, normally in a normal level instance you can get away with that sort of stuff. So I'm not blaming the party by any stretch of the imagination. I think it is overtuned at the minute. Please do come back and join me as we continue on with the Warlords of Draenor beta. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon guys when I upload more content. Bye for now.